Good afternoon, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora machismo, my people. It has been another wonderful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. I am coming to you late because it had been drizzling all morning and I didn't want my son to get wet up, so I stayed out of the rain and it eased off for a while, so I decided to take the opportunity to come out and protest after it eased off. And now, as you know, when I have finished protesting and when I have brought you a brief update as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring you something from the word of the Most High God, my people. I told you about the encounter I had where Richard Ross and the Caucasians set up this underage girl to come to me, and what I did, how I didn't entertain her, but I asked her if she would like me to take her to the train station, and I did. I took her to the train station at 2:15 a.m. in the morning. I sat on the step at the train station with her until it was time for me to help her to get her train. I give you the story. They were hoping that a man with my ambition, dignity and class would have gotten involved with a minor. They were hoping that I would have taken advantage of that minor. But the Most High God's word says, Psalms 92 verse 2 says, greater peace and joy that have they that those that love the Lord. They will never get an opportunity to do anything that could change the peace and the joy and the love that I currently have by entrapping me to do something that I know as an adult male that I should not have done. But what I really want to bring to your attention is this. Something that happened while I was in that child's presence. As I told you, she fell asleep on the steps. And while she was sleeping, I told her I'm going up top because I know she was a minor and I didn't want us to get any insecurity or any fear. I am going up to the top of the stairs so I can urinate. So when I left her there and I went up to the top, she was sleeping and I came back. And when I came back, I think I was on my phone or something, and she realized that I was back. She held up her head and she smiled with all innocence. And she said, oh, you are back. And she put down her head and she went back to sleep. That was one of the greatest experience or encounter I have ever experienced in my whole life. To see the innocence of a child when they felt or feel secure around somebody who their handlers would have predetermined that should cause them great pain and distress. These people did not care enough for this child to think ahead, to say, if this guy have sexual intercourse with this minor, how is it going to affect the psyche of this child from there going forward? What did they promise her? What did they offer her? I don't know. But they didn't take any time to think how their actions, if they are successful, will impact the life of this child, this innocent minor. They didn't think that far ahead. No, it's not that they did not think that far ahead. It's the fact that they did not concern All they were concerned about is entrapping me in a situation where I will not be able to get out of. If I had sex with that minor, would that minor's mind or brain or psyche translate that intercourse, although it would have been voluntarily, as a rape? She is not developed enough to be able to determine how her mind perceive the encounter that she has. Did they really consider that seeing that this child, this minor, was raped on 2 occasions, what would have happened to her? Would it have compounded her 2 previous raped experience? They didn't think about that because it was not important to them. The child life was not important to them. The child's mental capacity was not important to them. The child's future was not important to them. What was important is them getting the opportunity to entrap me in something that I would have never done. That was what is important to them. But I came out the winner, because no matter what happens, when that child think of people like Richard Ross and the entire Caucasian community, a frown and anger will develop within them, because that will reflect the experience that they have had dealing with the Caucasian community. Whenever that child thinks of me, she will know that there was a time in her life, even if it was just for a couple hours, where she was secure, where she did not have to think about being raped or taken advantage of, where she could have slept in my presence and know that all would be well when she was woken from her sleep. I gave an opportunity to know that there is still people who she can count on for her safety. I gave that child an opportunity to know that this is the kind of environment I must create for my children if and when I do have a child or have children. An environment where they can sleep and not worry about their safety. I am the one who provided that environment for that child. She have never had it before because her mother was abusive. Her father abandoned her. And everyone else who came into her life in the foster care system abused and abused and abused that child. I was the bright light in her life. That is why when she got up and she smiled at me, I saw the beauty of innocence that she did not show me when she was awoken. And guess what? I have to thank the Most High God. I thank my parents, my siblings, and my community, because had it not been for those, I would not have had the clarity of mind to provide that type of environment for a youth, a child, an abused child, so that now she can look back and think of me and smile, because it was the only time in her life that she felt secure. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son, and the diaspora machismo.